Hi everyone, thanks for checking out another video from Eagle Eye Productions. Today we're gonna review a car that's not a Volvo. I just decided to do a few special cars to review them and show them what they cost here in the Netherlands. And one of my all-time heroes, favorites, also because I played Gran Turismo in the 90s, is the Nissan Skyline. When it was introduced in, I think, 96, it was revolutionary. It was a Japanese car that was driving in a way that Europeans and Americans, they never experienced it. They had a very complex and well put together ECU. The chassis was out of this world, and it was just a yardstick when it came to performance cars. And these cars now have a legendary status, and that's also why I want to review a few of them. So here you see, for instance, this is crazily expensive. It's a 2002 model, so it's the R34 GT model. I think this is a special edition. We'll go into this one, but you see what this is the price in euros. This car is 22 years old already, but it has legendary status. So this is real expensive. So this one doesn't have a lot of kilometers on it, not even 80,000 kilometers. I hope that's all correct. But it looks in absolute mint condition. And you see the price. It's close to 500,000 euros. There is not a license plate on here, so I cannot really do any checks. But for this amount of money, you can know that this car is really in absolute great condition. It looks fantastic. It just looks out of this world. It's just nothing that you've seen before. Inside, it's a typical Japanese car. Lots of plastics, hard plastics. But it's all about the experience. Yeah, this car looks in mint condition, and that's why it is this expensive. This is really like a collector's item. And here you see I think here you have all the information when it comes to your chassis, the shocks, maybe even your tires. This is really like a PlayStation on wheels. That's how I would describe it. I think this is a 6-speed, but we'll go into the configuration later. Not sure how many. It generally says 300 kilometers here, but this car looks in absolute mint condition. The boost of the turbo, oil pressure, injectors, oil temperature, water temperature, exhaust temperature, intake air temperature. Yeah, this is just it is a PlayStation on wheels. I don't know how else to put it. Let's see, red zone, shift up, lap times. Yeah, this is basically a racing computer in here. When you so this is a 6-speed. Yeah. 6-speed. CD player, air conditioning, heated seats look like, or ventilated seats, heated and ventilated. I'm not sure what these kind of cars costed when they just hit the market, but definitely not this expensive. This was always and still to this day, this is an alternative for Porsche. A cheaper alternative. I remember 15 years ago there was the introduction of the Audi R8, which is a sports car, when they offered it with the V10, and the Skyline. Also, you know, the next generation Skyline was actually a cheaper alternative for the Audi. Yeah, this is a special Nuremberg, I think, spec, so maybe that's why it's so expensive. But let's see if we can get some specifications. I mean, these kind of cars, this Porsche and this Maserati, when they are new, and when the Skyline was new back in the day, 2002, these are definitely more expensive than the Skyline. But this car has, it has legendary status. Let's see if we can go for the specifications. No specifications here. Let's see, why not? Okay, let's see if we can find. This one is already way cheaper, and this is from 99. So this model, let's see if we can get some specifications going here. All right, So this one also 41,000 kilometers, 6 speed. It's 99, so it's 25-year-old, Euro 4. It's a 2.5-liter six-cylinder with 281 horsepower, and it can reach a top of more than 300 kilometers an hour. 0 to 60 miles an hour is done in 3.5 seconds, which was for the time 99, guys. It was crazy. I remember when the Audi RS6 was introduced, the generation that was launched in 2013, and that was a station wagon that could also sprint to 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and even then it was out of this world. But this car already did it in 1999, so crazy. It's not super heavy with 1650 kilograms, 71 liters of fuel tank. But the price is crazy. It is crazy. But it is out of this world. Look at this. I mean, is it worth it? Yeah. I mean, if you have the money and for you this amount of money is chump change and you love cars, you should own it. This is an icon of a car, and I'm sure it drives it drives fantastic. It's completely different than a Porsche or anything fast coming out of Europe or America. It's just in its own class, in its own world, and I'm sure you can have lots of fun with it. And it's blistering fast. Let's move on. This is even older. This is the R32. So this is really, yeah, I think late 80s, early 90s. Look at the price, 230K. That's crazy. And it's real basic. It's a real basic car, but it just has legendary status also because the Fast and the Furious and all these race games. But it's also it's something so bizarre, and these are really automotive icons, and that's why you have to pay so much. Here it even say PlayStation. Yeah, that's always how they've been compared to, because I think Gran Turismo game on the PS1, the PlayStation 1 also came out around this time, 95, 96-ish, and you could get this car and also tune it to ridiculous amount of horsepower, and it all lived up to the legacy. And in 2001, so many years later, we had the first Fast and the Furious movie, and I think they also had one of these, or it was the one I just, yeah, it was the other one, was this one. Yeah, in gray and blue, I believe. Let's see. So that was Bayside Blue, also 99. Yeah, it's ridiculous the amount of money, but this car was in the Fast and the Furious. Yeah, that was which also added up to yeah, the legendary status, of course. And by the time they filmed the movie, this car was already in production. It was still in production, so it was also a big commercial for these cars. And in America you have a whole scene when it comes to these Japanese cars, and you also have that here in the Netherlands to a certain extent. I remember in 2005 when I was 20, I had a classmate with a CRX with a VTEC engine, and I remember just having my driver license and just taking it around the block for a spin. And I remember when the VTEC kicked in and the sound coming out of the exhaust, it's just a different approach to cars, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm sure that this car gives you a big smile every time you drive it, and you should drive these cars. I mean, it's ridiculous the miles that they have. Maybe they build it up together. I mean, maybe they restored it, put a new engine in it. I'm not sure, but it looks absolutely mint. Here, this is a 5. Also, no, it's a 6-speed. Look at this. This car is restored. There's no other way. Look at the color. I mean, this is something special. Let's see if we can still get some. Yeah, look at this. GTR. crazy. He has multiple Skylines for sale here. It's the same dealer. So this is basically it. I wanted to show you some special cars. Of course, we're going to continue with Volvo, yes, but I just want to showcase a few special cars that are for sale here in the Netherlands and what the prices are. And I hope you enjoy these videos. Yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day.